We want better relationships at whatever level, whether it's a romantic relationship at the starting level, or you're already been married for years, or it's a relationship with friends, or a business relationship, or any kind of relationship. We're always looking for the external to get better, when in reality, what I've come to learn and apply and actually realize that it's true is that the relationship that's most important to you is the relationship you have with yourself. Now, I'm going to keep it a little bit focused here more on like the romantic relationship, whether it's with your girlfriend, your wife, and anywhere there in between. After, the sweetness is over, after you've been around for a while, here comes the, just the challenges that come with any relationship. And right away, we quickly want to blame the other person. It's always the other person's fault. Then that's when you get sometimes into discussions, arguments, whatever you want to refer to them as, and disagreements. And then that's when resentment kicks in, anger, revenge, disappointment. So you start doing less because they're not doing enough. And one would think was like, well, I'm just gonna do more. And then we do more, and we try to do more. At least we try to have the willpower to be more and do more things, ass kissing, if you will. Maybe not at the moment after the argument, because just our ego won't let us, right? But after everything kind of just all dust settles, right? Then you're like, no, I really want this to work. I've been with her for a while. I like her. She's nice. I love her. And you try to do better. You try to be use your strengths, whatever your strength is. Maybe your strength is to like side with her all the time, or you buy her a bunch of nice things, or romantic is your strength, so you're all Mr. Super Romantic, or maybe just being real smooth talk or real soft talk, or maybe that's your strength. Maybe spending a lot of time with her is your strength, so you do that. But you never do the tough things. And before I get into the tough things, going back to what I was saying, we always do what it comes easy to us. We tend to lean into our strengths way too much. They don't need more effort. They're going to come automatically. Our strengths, that's why they're our strengths. They're kind of like on autopilot. They're going to happen anyways. They don't need us to push them more. Be stronger at your strengths. That's a weak move. That's soft right there. You don't want to do what's hard. And that's where the work comes in. I think that's where I've come to learn and find out that it's true, that when you start doing what's hard is when it starts getting better. And you got to focus on the hard in the inner work, what's difficult for you to do for you. Because remember, if you start loving yourself more, now you can give what you have. If you love yourself more, you're going to be able to give more love. Sometimes we think we use, I just want to force myself or use my willpower or my gifts to love her more, to be a better boyfriend, to be a better husband. But that's not sustainable, because you can't give what you don't have. You're just giving your strengths. Like I said, the time, the money, the smooth talking, the kind, the romantic, whatever it is that your strengths are. And then what happens? It doesn't last. It's not sustainable. You go back to that cycle of now we're upset again, now we're arguing again, now we're having a disagreement again, now we're upset again. Then it goes back to the cycle of using your strengths. And it goes both ways. I found out that if we look internally and say, no, what am I not good at, one, and two, what are my weaknesses for me? Like, how can I make that relationship better? Well, it turns out that you need to make the relationship with you better. Whatever you say about her, we'll keep it as, I'm the husband, she's the wife. Whatever I see in her that she's not doing, it's a direct reflection of what I see in me, what I don't like in me. Oh, well, she's not paying a lot of attention to me. Bingo. We'll just keep it real straight and forward with that one. Well, that's because you're not paying any attention to yourself. What do you mean? I'm always here with me. I'm always here with me. I don't have a choice. Like, no, but see, you're not taking care of yourself. You're not doing the hard work to elevate as a human. You're not putting in the hard work to become a better version of you. Again, you're just probably using your strengths. What's your strengths? I see your strengths are making videos. Your strengths is to cut your own hair, so you're always well groomed. Your strengths is to keep your dashboard clean. I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top ones here that I could think of about me. What are your weaknesses? Getting up earlier than you already do. Staying tip top on the to-dos at home, there's a lot of things that still have loose ends that you haven't done. Figuring out like, okay, cool, what's the next step in improving my content? Yeah, the consistency's there. You elevated the consistency. You sure did. You went from posting daily to posting multiple times a day, and fire videos too. The story, the topic, you're helping out a lot. But have you improved your videos? Yeah, the weeds. Yeah, the broken chair that I still haven't fixed. Yeah, the freaking exhaust of the dryer. That's just off the top right now that I can think. But the pressure washer, I haven't done any pressure washing. The trees, I gotta trim those a little bit. Haven't done any of those. And the videos, same deal. They're there, you're doing them, but they haven't got any better. Why? Because it's a burden. You don't want to do it. If I were to start working on those things, what would happen? I would increase my love for self. Now hold on, there's a little detail right there. We don't increase self-love, confidence, self-esteem. We don't build that. I found out and learned that that's a gift. That's a gift from the source of creation, infinite intelligence, God. That's a gift that's given to us for building the discipline. And the discipline comes when we're doing the things we don't want to do, when we don't want to do them, such as the to-do list from home. I'd rather work and make more money. I'd rather spend time hanging out with the fam instead of doing those things that need to be done. I haven't done the hard work to it. Like, okay, what is it that I need to do so I can have more time, so I can take care of those loose ends, those responsibilities? What do I need to do? Oh, well, maybe I should, change my schedule, adjust my schedule, figure out how to bring in this, another cash flow so it doesn't take so much time. So, very good. Do I really want to do that? No. Perfect. I know that I should. If I were to start doing those things, which I did and I do, now that I know, which is why I'm coming here to share it, that's the hard work. That's the discipline. That's the building the discipline. You build the discipline by doing the things you don't want to do when you don't want to do them, and you know that your ass should be doing. I've been doing dieting now for a while. It's worked wonders. Okay, now exercising every day, twice a day. I'm on my way to go home, pick up my dogs, and do cardio. Waking up early. I wake up at an uncomfortable time for sure. Could I tighten that one up a little bit more? I could. It would help. Also, one that I did is like, okay, am I making progress with my gains? Okay, I was steady for a while, but like progress, it got a little slow. What am I doing? I added more exercise. I added a tougher exercise. I added more reps. I added slow down, put the time under tension for a little longer consciously. Now I'm starting to see that I am making progress again. Perfect. Now I'm aware. Now I'm paying attention. I'm not just going through the motions. I'm doing what's hard. So what happens? Staying on topic here. I start respecting myself more because I have more discipline for myself. And because I have more discipline for myself, I automatically get more confidence. Confidence is love for me. I love me more because I'm respecting myself more. So then what happens automatically is I start loving and respecting my wife more automatically because I'm able to give what I have. So I've managed to build more love for me. So now I automatically give more love to her. By how? By just the way I show up. And on top of that, what happens? Stuff's getting done around the house. Car's always smelling good, looking good, nice and clean. I make sure that I'm ahead of the game. I anticipate the play to do things that she wants to get done because I know that she likes those things to get done. So what happens? There's less disagreements because I'm more disciplined to understand the issue is the mindset shift that I had by building the discipline is I'm always the issue. She never is. It's always me. I could become better. I need to get to the point where she looks at me like, damn, this is a bad motherfucker right here. What have I been thinking? When I'm at that level, in all avenues that we have in a relationship, she has no choice but to side with me, to always just look at me with googly eyes because I'm undeniably the best possible husband I could be for her. Other than that, she has a reason to, my bar is not high enough. I mean, she has a reason to be upset. She has a reason to feel like disappointed. I'm giving her that reason to be disappointed. I need to step up my game even more discipline, more confidence. So when we take the attention off the issue being out there and just become the beasted up version of ourselves by building more discipline, earning more confidence, everything else falls into place. You start attracting that better relationship because you're becoming more rare, more attractive by putting the work on to you. Doing that inner work. Doing all the things we don't want to do when we don't want to do them, and you know that you should. Start listening to the voice of your conscience. Start working on tracking your food, exercising every day, waking up early, making sure you're making progress. You start lining all these things up and looking at it as everything's all my responsibility. Everything's all my fault. You start flipping the script, things start getting better. Guess what? All this progress is also because of me. Because I'm killing it at being me. I love myself more. I'm starting to see myself as someone I respect and admire. And the way I feel about me is the way people around me start feeling about me. Let's kick it. Let's hang out. Let's get to know each other. Let's become homies. Subscribe to the channel. I'll get at you on the next one. If you have any questions too, bust them in the comments.